everybody. I hope that you're blessed and that you're doing well. In this video, I want to talk a bit about jealousy. If you have been watching my content for some time, or maybe it's your first time watching any of my videos, first of all, I want to say welcome. Thanks for watching. But if you have been watching my content for some times or a few videos, I believe that you might be a person who is looking to grow spiritually. You may be a person who's looking to grow as an individual, as a human being. You may be a person who's curious like me as to how to understand people better. That's something that I study all the time, and this is what I share with you all in the world. But you may be that type of person. And if you're looking to grow, and you're looking to grow spiritually, as a human being, if you have goals, dreams, and things that you want to pursue in your life, it's very, very important that you're careful with the people that you let in your life, that you're careful with the people that are surrounding you, that you're cautious of energy and the energy of people, right? So the reason why I'm doing this video is because I think that the topic of jealousy is an important one. Now, jealousy is a thing, and it's an emotion that we have all felt at some time or another. It hasn't escaped any human being, but there's different levels of jealousy. There's the extreme, and then there's, the less threatening type of jealousy that many of us do experience. But when it comes to jealous people in your life and jealous people around you, you have to be very careful because they can be detractors and they can hold you back, because jealousy, it brings a certain energy with it. What jealousy does, when a person is jealous of you, they create walls and they create blocks spiritually. And the jealous person that has that jealous energy, what they do, they're creating resistance in your life. So sometimes we may be trying to move ahead and push forward, and because we have certain individuals around us, unbeknown to us, what we don't know what's happening in the spirit realm. What's happening is that these people are creating walls and blocks and all sorts of resistance, and you're trying to move forward and you can't put your finger on why you can't move ahead and do certain things. It could be because you have a jealous person in your environment and around you. So it's very important that we are able to identify when people are jealous, especially when they're very jealous. When they're a little jealous, it's not a big deal. We all can be a little jealous at times. But when they're very, very jealous, there could be an agenda to take you down attached to that. And these people basically don't want to see you succeed. And you can't have that in your life if you're looking to move forward. So let's talk about jealousy and how you can tell if a person is jealous of you. The number one thing is, what I have found with jealous people is that they tend to give a lot of fake compliments. So when you find like excessive compliments and people giving you compliments all the time. Now, I'm a person that loves compliments, and there's nothing wrong with receiving compliments. But when you find that a person is giving you maybe too many compliments, for me, that's a red flag. I'm like, okay, number one, what do you want? You might want something. And number two, okay, what's up your sleeve? So it's, what are you trying to cover up? So usually jealous people use the compliments as a cover, so you can't see their true nature, and that you'll be so caught up in their fake adoration for you, and they'll kind of like gas your head up to make you feel like, okay, this person is really in my corner. And it makes us feel good when people feel good about us and sees us in a certain way. And it kind of like takes our mind off of, their character and, what may truly be in their heart. So actually the compliments are a distraction from their true nature. So beware of the fake compliments. Usually with a fake compliment, you're going to get a certain energy behind it. You're going to get like a sort of maybe like an unease with the compliment. Like something's not going to feel quite right, especially if you're a sensitive person. So take into account when you find that a person is giving you a lot of compliments, how you feel, like the energy that you're feeling after they give you that compliment, you know. So jealous people tend to give a lot of fake compliments. Number two, here's another one, another sign. They talk behind your back. So if a person is for you, if a person is in your corner, if they care for you, if they love you, they're not going to have or take any joy in someone talking trash about you. They're not going to take any joy in seeing you in a negative light. And a jealous person, it makes them feel better about themselves when you're shown in a negative light. And what they'll do, and this is why you have to be very careful as to who you give your information to, right? And especially when you share things with people in confidence, or if you share secrets, if you're telling a jealous person, what they'll do, they'll weaponize that against you, and they'll use it as weapons to take you down and to make you look bad. And they'll talk behind your back and spread your business all over the world. And then they may even twist what you say to make you look bad. But if a person cares for you and they love you, they're actually going to be quite defensive and of you, and quite protective of your reputation. But a jealous person, they want to ruin your reputation. They want to make you look bad, because at the core of it, now there's a difference between jealousy and envy. An envious person, they want what you have, they desire what you have. But with the jealous person, yes, they also want what you have and they desire what you have. But with the jealous person, they have deep insecurities, and they have issues within themselves that are usually unresolved. And, those insecurities really flare up when they see you, because you have things about you that they have. So they're operating out of lack. They're operating out of insecurity. So that's why they have the need to make you look bad so they can feel better about themselves. So they will talk behind your back. The third thing is that they will be very, very competitive with you. Now, there's nothing wrong with friendly competitiveness and lighthearted competitiveness. I think it's healthy. I think it's fun. But, the jealous person will take it to an extreme. Like, they have to compete with everything that you're doing. They always want to one up you, and, kind of like, be the better person, or look better than you. Or what a jealous person also will do, they will copy you, right? So if you buy something, they have to buy it too, or they have to try to wear it better, or drive it better, or have the better home, or so is everything with them is a competition, and it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel fun, and it just feels like they're copying you, or they just want to get the upper hand in some way. But they have to turn everything into a competition. So that's another thing with jealous people, is that everything is a competition with them when it doesn't have to be. The fourth thing is that jealous people tend to be passive aggressive, and they'll say passive aggressive things and toxic things, and they usually mask it in humor. They'll say something like, hey, yeah, you have a nice place for a person in your income bracket, and they'll try to make light of it, or say it in a jokingly tone. But the comments tend to be, they're toxic, and they tend to be very hurtful, and they give a lot of backhanded compliments. So you have to really pay attention to the passive aggressive tones and the toxic tones, and they usually do it in a very covert way. Sometimes the jealous person will do it in a very open way, but you have to really watch out for the passive aggressive comments and the toxic comments. So jealous people have the tendency to do that. Also, another major thing that a jealous person will do, they will try to steal your shine. So when you talk about something positive that's happening in your life, then if it's like in a conversation, then they will have to say about what they did and their accomplishments, because they don't want to see you achieve. Your achievements bother them. So when you talk about your achievements and the good things that are happening in your life, they always have to bring up something that they did. So if you mention something that's going on in your life that you did, that you accomplished, they always try to one up you and talk about how they did something better. Or jealous people, what they tend to do in a conversation, when you mention something good about yourself or something positive that's going on in your life, they tend to jump in and change the topic. So watch out for those little things. They'll change the topic and just to get it off you, because they cannot bear to hear that you're achieving and that you're happy and that you're positive and these great things are happening in your life. So they try to steal your shine because they want to outshine you. They can't stand to see good things happening in your life. So they will, when you mention something, when something's going on, or when the spotlight is on you, they're going to try to come in and steal it. That's what jealous people do. So watch out for that behavior when you're talking about good things in your life. When the spotlight is on you, watch how people react. Do they try to come in and, steal or turn the attention on them? That's a red flag. So they try to steal your shine. The next thing that jealous people will do, this is a big one, they will humiliate you in front of people. This tends to happen, I notice, with jealous family members, people who are close to you, like a jealous boyfriend, girlfriend, family members, spouse, even, jealous parents, jealous children, jealous family members, jealous friends, people who have a relationship with you. They tend to humiliate you in front of people. They'll bring up something embarrassing that happened from back in the day, or they'll say something. Once again, like I said earlier, watch what you tell people in confidence. Something you told them in confidence, they may tell to a whole group of people just to embarrass you, because once again, they want to take you down a peg or two. Once again, they want to make you feel or seem lower than them, and they have to do this because they have low self-esteem. They're very insecure, and they need that to feel good about themselves, right? And because you have things about you that they want, you have things going on about your life that that's better than what they may have. And it's usually, sometimes, a lot of the times it doesn't have to do with material things. The jealous person may have a lot more materially than you do, but maybe you're happy, maybe your family's doing great, maybe you have your dream job, maybe you have a great relationship. Maybe your children are wonderful and they don't have those things going on in their lives, and they're jealous of you. And sometimes, people don't need a good reason to be jealous of you. They're jealous of you just because, some of us are just so great, we don't have to do much, and it bothers people. So, so they will humiliate you in front of others to make themselves look better. So watch out for that. Those embarrassing things that people say in front of a whole bunch of folks, because they enjoy it. So you have to really watch out for that. Also, what jealous people do, they will demotivate you, right? So if you are making plans and you share your plans with a jealous person, and you want to go back to school or lose weight, or, something, start a business, something you might want to do, they may bring up the negative aspects of you to try to talk you out of it. Well, if you go back to school at your age, it's going to be tough. Or if you try to start a business, if you go into that field, it's hard nowadays to start a job, with everything that's going on in the world and with the pandemic, and they're going to try to talk you out of your dream. Or if you know how hard it is to get a book published, or how hard it is to get your kid into that school, so they'll try to demotivate you and to when you share your plans, your goals, and your dreams. When someone is not jealous of you, when someone cares about you, when someone wants to see you succeed, they're going to encourage you. Sometimes we may do things, and if a person's not jealous and we're planning to do something that could be, a little questionable, what a true friend will do, they will They will give you constructive criticism, and they will tell you like it is, but not in a way to like completely discourage you. They will give you the pros and cons, but at the end of the day, they're going to support you because they love you, and you'll figure it out along the way, whether it's right or wrong. But a friend, a true friend, or someone who truly cares about you, they're going to encourage you in the things that you do, especially if it's something that when you're aiming to make your life better. But the jealous person, they're going to demotivate you every turn, and they always. This is another thing about jealous people. They're miserable, and they're very negative. So whatever you share with them that's positive, they're going to always have something negative to say about it. So watch out for the negativity. That a person has. Now, some people are, a little naturally inclined to be negative, but if they're always negative, especially when you share things about what you want to do, your plans, then, and they demotivate you, that's a jealous person. It could be a jealous person. And the last thing I want to share with you, and there's many more things, but I'm giving you 8. The last thing I want to share with you is that jealous people, this is something we have to look at. They spoil plans and events. They will show up late. Once again, this is passive aggressive behavior. They will show up late. They will forget. You may be depending on them for something, and it slipped my mind, or I forgot. Or they may say, or they may treat it as, or it's not that important, or they may be dismissive of the things that you do. So if you plan something, I've seen people do things at weddings. I've seen people do things at very important, at graduations, very important events that were questionable. Jealousy. So birthday parties, large gatherings, Christmas, Thanksgiving, we're approaching the holiday season. Yes, so watch out, because a jealous person, they tend to spoil events, and they do it very low key, because they don't want, they do it in a way to make you look bad, or to mess things up for you, but not so much in a way where people will be looking at them like, well, what's his or her problem? Why did they do that? They're gonna do it in a way where it will just be bad enough where it will make you look bad or ruin what you're trying to do. And also, you have to look for absence. They're habitually absent for major things in your life, or they dismiss it, dismiss certain events. So you have to also look out for them spoiling your plans and your events. Those are the big things. So that's what I wanted to share with you in this video. How to tell if people are jealous of you. It's very important that you identify, certain behavior patterns. Unfortunately, sometimes, it's really hard to tell. Sometimes, jealous people don't necessarily exhibit all of these behaviors that I just shared with you. And some of them are very sneaky and covert, and they don't come out until it's too late. And then you realize, wow, they did all those things because they were jealous of me, But there's one bonus thing I want to add before I close this video, and it's that dark jealousy. So it can go from 0 to 100. It could go from very harmless jealousy to very dangerous and deadly jealousy. I mean, I watch a lot of ID Network and Snapped. So it could get really bad, but hopefully you won't have any of those types of people in your environment or in your inner circle. I hope not. But the type of jealous person I really want you to watch out for is the jealous person who has influence over your life, or power in some way, or in their power position in your life. Make sure that you have an understanding of people who have influence and power over you, because they can really do a number. If they're jealous of you, they can really do some serious damage. Make sure you quickly identify whether or not that person is jealous of you, because they can sometimes do the most damage to people with power and influence in your life. So once again, it goes back to what I said earlier. It doesn't matter if they have more, if they have a better title, position, more money than you, seemingly on the outside, better things going for them in their lives, by, I guess, by the world standards or whatever. They can still be jealous of you. So you want to really be aware of these people. Avoid them. If you discover that somebody with power and influence in your life is jealous of you, avoid the person. And if you can't avoid them, if you're in a position, if it's somebody, if it's a manager or someone that you work with, a co-worker, or someone in your family, someone that you can't like really avoid, I will also suggest, I'm not saying dim your light, always shine and be yourself, but just be careful what you share with them, and make sure, kind of like put the attention on them so they feel good about themselves, especially if it's in a work setting, and kind of like do what you got to do, mind your own business, and kind of like avoid them. But you kind of like want, not that you should be hand holding with people and completely pacifying them, but if they have influence, you just really want to be careful and be smart about how you interact with a jealous person in that position. So that was my bonus. Those were the things I wanted to share with you. Hopefully it's been a blessing. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe to my channel. As always, I appreciate everyone's support. Take care, God bless, and I will see you in the next video.